do that. Okay. Cool. So what's up, guys? How are you? Like I said, you guys are stuck with me for a little bit. Sherry's stuck on a call. She's been on that call for like 3 hours.
OMG.
So don't interrupt me. I'm in the middle of my call right now. Anyway, so she was on for like an hour and a half.
No.
And as she got on the phone with them and started to explain it, she got disconnected.
I wasted 3.5 hours of my life today.
You'll never get it back.
That I will never get back. I mean, I didn't just sit on the phone waiting for it, but I got things done. But at the same time, holy shit.
Pull up a chair.
That was crazy.
All right, so Charlene, what we do is we change it up every now and again, but for the most part, after you introduce yourself and tell us what you're doing here and what you expect to get out of it, challenges that you have, that kind of thing, we usually like to celebrate wins or talk about challenges or tips, stuff like that, or any advice that you need or any support from any of the rest of the group. So that being said, everybody say hello to Charlene.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Char.
Hi.
Well, you have the floor, my dear. So.
Oh, I have it?
Yes.
You do.
Oh, why am I here? I don't know. I'm just struggling lately. That's all. That's it. I just need accountability. I need someone to be on my ass right now.
I mean, if you want, if you feel free and feel like sharing your story, I don't know if everybody really knows what has gone on with you with the past year and a half. If you want to share that, and if you want to explain how, like what difficulties you've had in that time and with your body and everything else, because this is a nutrition program, but at the same time, right, like we talk about health. So if you'd like to talk about some of the issues that you have been going through and like how you've been recovering from that, just any type of information and knowledge that one person gains might be useful for somebody else down the line. So if you feel up to sharing that, please do.
We'd need a lot more time than
I know. You can give them
for that.
I think know your story, but what happens in here stays in here. So if it's something that you don't want them to share outside the group, this is a group that you can share anything with that. Again, it's private, but I know a lot of your story you've already shared, so you can, give them the short version of it and what your challenges are from it, if that'll help.
Yeah, I did share it. I shared it on Facebook, with actually your help of getting it out there. I don't know, what was that, in February or March of last year?
That's
so
about a year now, yeah.
A year ago. But 6 years ago now, or 6.5 years ago, I had breast implants put in. I got very, very sick soon after that, but didn't know what was causing it. Come to find out that that's what was causing it. I came up with a lot of autoimmune issues and a lot of other things, put on a ton of weight. Since then, it's January of last year, I had them removed. And everybody thinks you get them removed and you get better, but actually things got a lot worse. And so I've just been battling, trying to get better from that. And it's really just really hard for me to lose any weight. So
right. That's what I was trying to talk about, like you sharing that part about how for you, even though you've been eating healthy and working out and stuff like that, you've still been going through bouts of like, inflammation and bloat, and like talking about like, you going to the doctor that you saw and like finding out some of the issues that you were having.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to talk about some of that and just saying how some foods didn't react to your body and stuff like that. So
yeah, I have to pick and choose what I eat. There's so much that don't react well to my body and cause my inflammatory markers to go up. So that causes me not to be able to lose weight. There's candida overgrowth issues, leaky gut issues. Actually, my gut's actually pretty good right now. But I can't do dairy. I can't do wheat. I can't do gluten. I can't do, there's more of I can do things than what I can do. So that's been a huge challenge over the last year I've sent Sherry pictures where I look like I'm 6 months pregnant. So it's a lot of things that I eat cause really, really bad reactions.
Thank you.
So I'm battling that too.
Yeah. So that's why I mean, not that everybody suffers from the same thing, but and not to use you as an example, Shar, but knowing you and knowing your journey through all of this has kind of helped me realize too that everyone's body, I mean, I already know that, but everyone's body is different and everyone's body reacts differently to different things too. So, when issues have come up for people, I've kind of stopped and thought for a minute, like you're kind of in the back of my head and I'm like, well, look at Charlene, like she doesn't respond to these things. So like I've had conversations with people and said, listen, if you're eating something and you feel this way, take it out of your diet and try something else instead, right? Because like I said, even though we're not necessarily dealing with the same thing that you have dealt with what's going on inside your body, everyone's body is differently. And in general, we all react differently to different foods. So you've always kind of been in the back of my head when things have aroused for people. And I try to say, hey, listen, try taking that out of your diet, try something else instead, see how your body reacts, because we do all have different systems and gut health is a very important thing for everyone.
It's huge. Yeah, it's huge. And a lot of people don't even know that it is.
Right.
If it's not flowing properly in there, it's not coming out right.
Right, exactly. So, so use the group. The calls are great. Obviously, we're here for accountability, but it's so much more than that. You could talk to a bunch of people and ask them what they've gotten out of this group other than just nutrition, but a lot of mindset stuff too. So the group is here. Reach out to not just me, Ed, but on the Facebook page and whatever it is, we're here for you to help support you through this however we can.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing.
I think that we should go to Taryn because I think she's got a really huge one.
Oh, yes. Let's go to Taryn.
I couldn't help it. I had to.
And
What's up?
what's up, Taryn? You want to
Come on,
officially celebrate your win from the other day?
Yes, I'm officially a homeowner.
Yay, that's awesome. Yay! So when is the move-in day? When details?
So I still have my condo until May 1st. So I have to wait a little bit. So my goal is to try to get in like the middle to the end of April and give me a little time to clean the condo, give it back to the landlord, and then officially move in.
That's fantastic. Yay. And then, I mean, honestly, it's probably a good thing right now, especially with everything that's going on. Like you can give yourself enough time to like sort things out. Probably now's like a good time to purge a lot of crap. Like I feel like we've been doing that too since like we're home. I'm like, what is this? I'm just like throwing things in the garbage. So, use it as like a time to really like, look at what you have and just be like, this doesn't serve me, and get rid of and downsize and kind of just start fresh and, a nice fresh home. That's so exciting. When all this social distancing is over, you're going to have to invite us all over. We'll do a meal prep party at Taryn's new house.
Yes.
A huge kitchen, so everyone's
awesome.
Sweet.
That's fantastic. I'm so excited for you. I can't believe it's only April almost, and you already tackled, like, I feel like one of your biggest goals. So that's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yay! Good. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you.
You have any challenges that you have for this, or is it like stress or anxiety, or are you like just totally just on top of the world right now? Is there anything stopping or?
I definitely feel relief because renting, you don't know what your next step is. Now that I bought a home, it's exciting because I actually have a place that I'm going to stay in and make my own. The stressful part is just I have to go back and forth, taking stuff to and from the condo to the new house. But the good part is I have a good support system, my family, friends, and of course this group.
Absolutely.
And I've been able to do, like I think I did 3 workouts this week, but 2 virtual. So I've been trying to make the time to still be healthy.
Awesome.
I mean, I guess I'm a little nervous, because I don't know how to mow the lawn. I don't know how to, like stain a deck, but, I'm willing to learn and take on the challenge.
it's all a learning experience, and like
Yeah.
I feel like house projects can be a fun thing, right? It's like all how you look at it. I think staying in the deck's not that bad. I mean, I can tell you how to mow a lawn if I tried, but you can always pay for someone. You can pay someone to do that. That's fine. Leave it to the experts. So he doesn't even don't
I
listen
don't
to him. He
even
doesn't
mow our
even mow our
lawn.
own lawn, so don't
But,
listen to him.
You
But
know what's cool is you have like so many awesome resources here. You know
100%.
that maybe talk to Charlene. Her son is like he just did an amazing job on their basement. They just redid. They just bought a house too not too long ago, and they had the whole basement finished. So there are so many resources right in our family and community. So when you're ready,
yeah,
absolutely. I know we talked already, and I'll help you however I can. But there's also resources out there that'll help out. So you're set, you're golden, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
Congratulations.
Yay, so excited. Oh my God, I love the smile on her face. I love seeing such a big smile.
The
It's
smile's
awesome.
been on your face.
I know, it's
since
fantastic.
you closed and sent us the picture. That smile's still there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which is so
thank you.
awesome.
And what a process. Oh my God, at the day. It was crazy. It was crazy.
I think that's why people don't really like buy houses like for so many years in between, because they're like, I don't want to do this again. So
It's definitely scary. It's definitely a process. Charlene can definitely attest to that. It's
No,
probably the most stressful thing you probably could
yeah.
do. It doesn't even matter like the time, like the fact that you did it during this this situation right now, and we're still able to get it done. That's awesome, because it can be a very crazy, stressful, tedious, aggravating situation, but you got it done.
Yes, I got it done.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. Congratulations, Taryn. That's awesome, girl. I'm so happy for you. All right, I'm gonna call on a few people because they just haven't been here. So I'm gonna start with Miss Tara Lynch. What's up, lady? I'm trying to unmute you. What's going on? Unmute yourself. There we go. Hi.
Hello.
What's going on? What's been going on with you? Because you haven't made the Zoom call, so I want to hear from you.
Okay. Good week. Thank God for the live workouts. Oh my gosh, because it's making me do them. I'm so excited. I did 5 this week, so I was very proud of myself. Trying to eat good, that is a big challenge because it's just out of boredom, not being able to go out. So, but I'm doing okay there. Not wonderful, but next week is today is a new week.
Yep.
That's why I decided to jump on here.
Good.
Because I need that motivation.
Good.
And I purchased a Peloton bike today.
Did you? Nice.
So,
everyone's doing that.
Yes. So that'll be coming in a week. So I'm excited about that for extra cardio. And I'm hoping that my family will join into that workout there, especially my husband.
Nice.
And that's it. So we're good. We're good.
Excellent. So here's a thought, and this can go for everyone because I'm going to apply it to myself, because I feel what you're saying about like feeling like you're eating out of boredom. So now I'm so used to not really being home. Like I'm at work for all these hours and I like know which meals are in my head. But now that like we're at home, like all the hours are just kind of meshing into each other. And I'm like, okay, well, I think this is breakfast and I think this is usually when I eat meal 2. So I'm like, when I get hungry, I'm like, am I hungry or am I just like bored? So I'm going to eat. So what I'm going to try to do, especially this week too, is one, really make sure that I'm drinking my water, because I feel like being home too, I've been drinking less water. So I would try to make sure that you're staying on top of your water intake. So even if that means like setting an alarm for every hour to just drink some water, or like an idea that I had Kelly do last week when we were talking was, a lot of us are not used to being home and trying to figure out a new schedule for ourselves. So I told her, I said, write down your temporary schedule for yourself while you're home. So, do the same thing for you, like write out a schedule for yourself and be like, okay, you know what? Because most of us are probably like either just eating out of boredom, but still not eating enough of the right things. So like probably just like snacking on things and not eating enough proteins. I feel like that's what my problem has been too. So write a schedule for yourself, and in that schedule, and whether you want to set an alarm for it along the same lines, right? Say, okay, this is breakfast, this is lunch. In between then, like if you go to snack, drink your water, right? To try to help you stay on track. Just because we're home doesn't mean that we stray away from doing what we normally do. So that's an idea for you. That's what I'm going to try to do for myself, because like I said, the hours are like meshing into each other. So I'm like, I don't even know what meal I'm on at this point. So I think if any of us are struggling this week, try and do that for yourself. Write a new schedule, a temporary schedule of what, you know, what being stuck in quarantine is for you, and, you know, try to follow it. That way we're not just like, okay, well, I think I'm bored. Oh, I think I'm gonna snack. I'd rather you guys just eat your full meals like, you know, like we're supposed to, instead of snacking and making sure we're getting in enough water. Because like I said, I feel like I'm kind of struggling with the same thing. So see if that helps, Tara. I know you probably are working mostly from home now anyway too, right? Because
Yes.
all your
It's
stuff.
just a different structure, I think, and everybody's here. It's just a different, normal. That's it.
Right. But we want to try to find some things that are normal, right? So like I made Kelly like write a new schedule for herself, because she's like, I just feel overwhelmed. The kids are home, and I'm like, great, but like we still have to have some type of structure, right? So if you have to write yourself a schedule, like I said, it's all just temporary. Just do that for yourself. That way you're like, oh, okay, this time I got to do this. Oh, I'm gonna have a meal instead of snacking, and see if that. I didn't mean to smack you. And see if that helps you. And see if that helps you at all this week. And give it a few days.
Good idea.
And see how that works.
So
Thanks.
the thing that we did, the tip that we did last week, the Monday motivational tip that we do every Monday that nobody watches, that I'm just kidding. But part of it was making that, like she just said, making a daily schedule.
Yes.
Like we have the whiteboard, and I write on it every day, not just meals. Like you just said, Tara, this is a different normal, a new normal that we're coming up with here, right? A lot of us are stuck at home. I know there's some of us out there that are working, but there are a lot of us that are home. And like Shari said, she doesn't know what the hell time of day it is. Am I hungry? Am I bored? Everybody, we stocked up on all this food, so we have all this food to eat. So then when we're bored, it's like, okay, well, I can just go and eat, or I'm just going to go snack on something. And instead of that, we have, that alarm that went off was the alarm for me, because we had the 7 o'clock call. That's how regimented I have become, because this is a new normal. And it sounds silly, but I've had clients in the past write a whole time diary, not just a food diary, but a time diary. 6 o'clock, I get up in the morning, I take a shower. I have breakfast at 6:15 and let the dogs out. I take I do, it gives you that structure to figure out, first of all, where are your time gaps? Because there's 24 hours in a day, 168 hours in a week, and people are like, I don't have enough time. Right. If you work 8 hours a day and you sleep 8 hours a day, at least 8 hours, well, what are you doing with those other 8 hours? Well, the kids this, and well, I was tired of that, and well, this happened. Okay, so there's still a few hours in that gap that you're not doing stuff. So if you have that structured just for a week, like everything that we're doing in this group, Charlene, like the accountability is a big part of it, but everything that everybody's doing in this group is creating brand new habits, healthy habits, but new habits and mindset habits. And, Kelly, so write down a journal of time of these are the things, so that's awesome, because, and if it helped, then share that with other people. And this is what worked for me. And if it's a struggle for other people, I have my alarm set every, when I first started this journey, 3 or 4 years ago, I lost 70 pounds. I literally had my alarm set every 3 hours to make sure I was eating every 3 hours. It didn't matter where I was. I could have been up on a ladder changing a roof out. I was stopping whatever I was doing to have that 3 o'clock meal, to have that 6 o'clock meal, it didn't matter. So don't be afraid to take that extra time, Tara, and write down what's my new norm.
That's a good idea. I think I am going to set alarms.
And I also think that if we are finding ourselves bored, we're not being productive enough. So that's another thing too. I just thought about it. I'm like, wait, if I feel like I'm bored, then I'm not doing something that's being productive, whether it's listening to an Audible book or figuring out a workout or, you know, reaching out to like you guys or something like that, then that means I have idle time. In that idle time, I should be productive doing something that's going to promote something for my day,
Yeah.
something for the program, something for the gym, something. So
sent out last week's email, we sent out our recommendations for books.
yeah.
Most of them are personal growth books. I know a lot of you guys like whatever books, but there's
I
recommendations.
know, 5 second. I see Francie, 5 second rule is the bomb. Also, though, actually, even though you cut me off in mid thought, but 5 second rule, and then right after that, I listened to James Clear, Atomic Habits. I felt like they were so in sync. Like listening to the 5 second rule and then listening to Atomic Habits was so good because the 5 second rule will help you like get off your ass and start making moves. And then Atomic Habits teaches you how to like create new habits and keep them like moving forward. So I actually think like if you can fit in some time, try that 5 second rule, Atomic Habits. I loved them back to back, but that's besides the point. So anyway, Tara, thank you for sharing. It's good to see your face on the call today. And let's try that schedule. I'm going to task you. So you're going to write the schedule out and then you're going to send me a picture of it because I want to know that you did it. Boom. There you go. Who's next? I'm actually going to go over to Ashley. Hi, Ashley. And it's so funny because
Hey.
I don't know if you realize, but looking at you, you have that basketball hoop over your head and you look like an angel.
That's my boyfriend. He's like,
Yeah, but you look like an angel with a halo over your head. It's so funny. So talk to me. I mean, I know we talked a little bit, but
yeah. Kind of crazy. So my eating hasn't been great. I've been working from home. I guess tomorrow marks my like 4th week working from home. But I've actually, it's kind of weird. Most people eat more when they're at home, but I feel like I eat less. I haven't been eating, full transparency, as healthy as I wanted to, but, I usually like for the past couple weeks, I've like woken up in the morning, started working right away. And then like, I eat like kind of like little meals throughout the day just because I'm like so busy at work. And like, I don't know why, but I feel like I eat more at work. So I definitely have lost interest. I like washed this one pair of jeans that are like my go-to pair of jeans, and I put them on like straight out of the dryer, and they were like super loose. I was like, I can't be right, because I like really like we talked, and I've just really been working out religiously, but I think I definitely the eating has definitely like helped me like lose weight, but I did I did a couple over the
I
course
saw
of the
you
week.
posted. You did one today, right?
Yes. Yeah. It was awesome. I got a great sweat in. It was like one of the first. I was like, all right, we got this. So now, I'm back to my normal routine. I guess I'll share with everyone else on the call. I lost one of not my direct family member, but my mom's boyfriend's mom, who's kind of like a second grandma to me. She got COVID and passed away last Friday. So it was kind of a weird week, but this week gonna get back to it. So
yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, we talked, and it's shitty. It's a real shitty situation. And it's sad at the same time, just because of like what the people who are getting sick, have to deal with in the hospitals and stuff like that too.
yeah.
But we can't use that right to keep us down, and we have to keep moving forward. So I saw that you posted your workout today, so that was awesome. And like I said, use the same trick. If you got to set an alarm for every 3 hours, right? Because if we can keep ourselves consistent with eating meals every few, and obviously the right meals every few hours, right? That keeps the metabolism going. And so I think we all need to just create these schedules for ourselves with like, our days, because we're home and time can meld into, just into one big lump. So
I've been like, I usually like, when I get up for work, I usually like wake up for work, make breakfast, coffee. But now like I've been like sleeping like to the last possible minute when I have to get up and like get ready for work. So it's like definitely been like a challenge, like a whole like adjustment.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that-
remember too that like if we fall so far out of these normal habits that we
Yeah.
usually have, it's going to be harder to adjust when we actually go back to work. So even if you're not waking up as early as you may, like try to wake up a little bit earlier, right?
Mhm.
Because then when you do have to go back to work, when you have to set that alarm for super early, it's going to suck so bad.
Yeah.
So, you know,
No,
maybe
totally.
just try giving yourself some time in the morning and go that way you don't have to rush. So like people have these morning routines that they set for themselves when they do normally have to go for work, like you said. So give yourself a little bit of time and have like a relaxing time to have some
Mhm.
breakfast and then say, you know what? Okay, this is when I start my work day. You
Yeah.
know, don't just consume your entire day with work. So get up a little bit earlier tomorrow, have a nice relaxed breakfast. Be like, all right, cool. Now I'm fueled. Now I can go sit at my desk and do work. And then set an alarm. And that alarm goes off. You go go grab your meal, warm it up. It takes a minute, bring
Yeah.
it back to your desk, get back to work, because I'm sure that's what you probably do when you're at work anyway. So let's not try to fall too far off of what we normally do, because eventually we got to go back into it. So
Yeah.
try that for tomorrow. Try waking up a little
Yeah.
bit earlier and
Okay.
having that breakfast and see.
Well, I definitely like one thing I have been lacking in doing, and I really want to like. I'm making a plan to do it this week. Is during the morning Zoom workouts. I feel like that's like like I think myself and Ada like we go to the 6 a.m. So like I like still want to try to like go to 6 a.m. and like even though it's like earlier than normal, like I still want to like hold myself accountable to like get up and like
Yeah.
still do the same thing.
Excellent. So let's
Yeah.
do that. Let's do that. Yay, good. I'm glad you're back, and I'm sorry you had a rough week there, but I'm glad you're back with us.
Me too.
Oh, thanks, Ash. All right, I'm gonna take it over to Michelle Rainey. How you doing, girl?
Hey, how are you?
Hi, talk to me. What's up?
Nothing. I'm actually doing pretty good. Being isolated in my house makes me what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know if it's like more committed because I'm actually home, so I can, I know I'm getting everything done better than me being running around like crazy with 2 jobs and 2 kids. Now I'm stuck in the house. So the only thing is that I'm now sleeping till 7 a.m. instead of getting up at 4 to go to the gym at 5, which I don't have to do because I don't really work. I work from home, or when I teach at CKO, I don't have to be there till 9. So I just get up because I enjoy the yelling at 5 a.m. But
Hey, well, if you want to get up early, Ken will be yelling at 5:30 and 6:30 tomorrow morning. So please feel free.
He's yelling. I'm telling you, I was going to message him today, like, when are you teaching? And then I'm like, oh, now I got to get up early to take him again. I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. I'm going to try to, because I do miss Ken yelling.
Yeah, he'll be on tomorrow at 5:30 and 6:30 if you want to hop on the live.
All right, 6:30 sounds a little better.
Yeah, but again, same thing that I was telling Ash, like we don't want to fall too far off, right? Because then
Right.
when things go back to normal, that first day you have to wake up at 4 a.m., it's going to be the most miserable thing you've ever done in your
Oh,
life.
yeah, I'm going to take some melatonin to be in bed by 8 the night before. There's no way I'm going to do it.
But all right, good. I'm glad you do. I mean, I know you're crushing workouts and stuff, so.
Oh, yeah, I taught a live class today. I burned like 700 and something calories. I'm like, oh, gosh, what am I doing? I must be all this food I'm eating. I was doing really good. I went home, I'm like shoving rice and chicken down my throat. I was so hungry. But I really do. I'm like really liking being very good. That was my whole thing, was sticking with the nutrition. I mean, just being able to have like a regimen, like and I'm not snacking either, which I'm very surprised about.
Because you're eating enough food where you're not
Right.
hungry, so you're not snacking. Perfect.
So,
Excellente. All right.
thank you.
Thanks for sharing. All right, we're gonna take it over. All right, Kelly, I'm gonna check in on you, girl. How'd it go with the schedule?
Good. I didn't set a timer, but
Okay.
I was more aware and got my meals in,
Yes.
which is good. It's hard to write a schedule because right now it's different every day, which is not normal. Like I used to get up, 5 a.m. gym, come home, shower, out the door, work. I didn't even see my kids until I got home. Now they're up and in my face at all different times. And then I literally sat down with like a cup of coffee by the fire the other morning by myself And then out came my 4-year-old. I'm like, oh, hey, good morning. Literally 3 seconds to myself. So it's just unpredictable. But writing it down definitely helped. Just making sure, even if it's not the same time, I'm ticking it off that I'm doing it. So that's good.
Good. All right, good. I'm glad. I'm glad that worked a little bit for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, I can't imagine what it's like having 3 children. I apparently just now have 3 old animals that piss all over the place. So, kind of the same thing, but not exactly.
Been there. I've been there. Yeah.
All right. I'm glad this week is better. And
6 dogs, 6 animals. That could help you be regimented. We wanted to sleep in this whole weekend, and what time did we get up? What time did we go up today?
I was up at 5. Sorry.
So
That's fine. 5 o'clock. It's like, even if I had to go to work, I'd be sleeping in, so it's fine.
Yeah, and I can sleep in too, but I get up and I make sure I go to the 5:30 because I go at 5 normally.
Good.
So
Which I know, which you've been really good at, and I'm proud of you for doing that to keep some type of, some sort of schedule. So,
yes.
all right. So if you
It's
need me this
somewhat
week, just text me. Don't go, MIA and pretend like things are okay.
Okay.
All right, let's take it over to. I'm gonna take it over to Elise. Elise, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. I feel like, I don't know. I guess like I've been realizing how my work environment is and how much it affects me. So it's kind of been nice to be at home, and I've just been having a lot more time for myself and not to worry about things that are out of my control at work or with my wedding or anything. So it's kind of really nice.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
People don't usually. People are like freaking out, but I actually, I mean, I've told you guys, and we did a service for our church the other night, and I said on that live Facebook thing that things kind of feel crazy right now, but sometimes we have these moments of realization after everything is said and done and things go back to the new normal that like we're kind of like, oh, so like I feel like you're having that moment now, even though it's not over, but you're just like, wow, like
that's pretty cool.
So
actually, that you had that realization. And take it out of a religious context, and even still, if you look at it, there's purpose in this suffering, there's purpose in this pain, and don't look at it as I'm stuck in the house, like we talked about. Don't look at it as an inconvenience. I'm sorry, Kelly. I know it's hard because of the situation you're in, but to believe it or not, like she said it that night, and I was like, ooh, that's so good. You had this realization already, at least that it's there's opportunity in this, because when this is done, oh my God, like we're probably all gonna just run to one centralized location and just hug the shit out of each other and create this massive amount of energy and happiness and joy. And I really do think there's gonna be an incredible opportunity for all of us in this. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But I really do think that that's an incredible revelation we've had already.
For me too, like I think if this had happened like a couple of years ago, or even just like a year or 2 ago, like I would have been definitely going crazy, sitting in my house in my own presence without anybody. But I feel like it's huge to kind of be able to like sit and just take one day at a time, even though it's not always so easy. That's definitely not like a thing, that it's perfect all the time, but trying to just like get through and not worry and just, get done the things that I want to get done and be like happy about the way that I'm living my life.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad. It's like, for you almost feel like it's like a well-deserved time that you needed. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we do. We just need that time to just like stop and be able to have a few moments to ourselves. So, although what's going on around us is really shitty, like this is.
Where can you find the good?
Right, exactly.
Yes.
So good. And you're sticking to your food and everything else. And I know you've been crushing workouts. You did 2 Saturday workouts like a crazy maniac.
Yeah, I think I died by the end.
Oh my God.
I died by the end. But yeah, no, I think like that too. That's like part of it is like because the like parts of my work are not as overwhelming and too much. Like I've just gotten a lot more time back for my work is definitely still overwhelming, but just in a new way. And I have a lot more time to put and focus on myself, which is fun because like I know like when I first joined Easy Fit, I went all the time, and then my job and my routines changed and switched things up, and I like working out and I like sweating, and actually I feel like I've been sweating more than I ever sweat, which is kind of disgusting, but it feels good for sure.
Good. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Excellent. I think a few people needed to hear that too. That's awesome. Great job, girl. All right, I'm going to take it over to Fiona real quick because I feel like Fiona is another one of those people. Like, you are showing up like crazy, girl. Like, you've just been crushing workouts, meal prepping, like, and I know you have a different situation because you have 2 restaurants that are like not open right now, but you're just like, shit, I'm going to grab life by the balls right now and I'm just going to like run with it and work on myself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of enjoying it. Did not have, I mean, what's happened is out of my control. There's nothing I can do about it. Things are changing daily. Deal with the outcome, you know, and the problems when we get back there. For now, it's kind of nice not having your everyday constant, you know, problems and issues, somebody looking for you. I set up an awesome routine at home. With sticking with my morning workouts, and it, you know, I allot a certain amount of time to spread my meals out in my 3 hours, and my first 3-hour window is work, and then my next 3-hour window, if there's work to be done, I do it. If not, spend it however I choose to, and then my meal, and then turn down for the night. So
fantastic. Yeah,
it's kind of, it's going well, and it's, you know, it's definitely positive. There's nothing that we can change right now, so just sticking in a positive and just taking it, running with it. I'm enjoying this time, and it's kind of good for mental and physical health.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
So,
I just had to shout you out because I just like, you're just crushing and posting every day, and I'm like seeing your my zones, and yeah, I'm just super proud of you because I feel like I know you have crazy work, and I know you've kind of like fell off a little bit with like, you know, going to the gym and eating right, and I kind of feel like this is like the time that you needed to get yourself back to a place where you're ready to work on yourself, and like you know, the situation is not ideal, right? But like, you're taking advantage of it full force, and you know, you're not sitting back crying about it, and you're doing what you need to do for yourself, and I just wanted to commend you on that because I see you. You're killing it, and I'm just super proud of you. So I just
thank you. Well, thanks to the help of all you guys too, and the support and the accountability. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome, girl. You're crushing it. I love it. Does anybody else want? Well, let's go to Mallory because Mallory hasn't been here for a while, so I want to hear from you, and I know you got some stuff going on too. So talk to me.
Yeah. So, well, first, I just want to apologize to everyone for like not being as present the past, since like last Wednesday. What is that? Like almost 11 days, 12 days now. Basically, I really wish like that this was more enjoyable for me because I was so excited, like thinking now I'd be able to get so many more workouts in, do a lot more stuff around the house that I've wanted to do and work on myself. But I've really struggled, not just my kidney surgery got pushed back, and I've, well, knock on wood, been okay for the most part. I don't know why. Like I said, it randomly will flare up, but right now we're good. The surgery is pushed back to the end of April, so we'll see if it's like still kept then. But what I'm struggling the most with is my job. Like I work in accounting, and specifically I manage a lot of our accounts, and my team is in charge of getting the money in. And I'm having calls, me and my team are having calls with the CEO, the CFO, and if we're not getting enough money in, people are getting fired. So they've let go 2 people from my team. They've let go a bunch of sales recruiters. And we have, I mean, we're big. I work for a company called the Judge Group. It's a staffing company. We're 50 different locations in China, India, all over. And it really puts a lot of pressure on me because I know other people in my team are not working as much as I am, but I keep thinking that they've literally said to us, well, I know I'm close with higher ups that have said that if we're not getting the money in, the reason that they let people go already is they're projecting that clients aren't going to pay, right? Because of the situation, understandable, but they're projecting that we are not going to be getting in money, and they're going to have to lay off more people. So I'm taking that stress upon myself, which I know I shouldn't, but I have not. Today is the first day that I didn't actually log on the computer. I normally work 7:30 a.m. till 9:30 at night. I eat and then I go to bed. I eat through my lunch. I don't take any breaks and I'm exhausted. And I finally was able to work out 3 times this week because I took a break in between working to just work out. I did one live Zoom. Then I did the pre-recorded and I realized that they're like the same workout. So that's cool. I did a good workout, but it's really been stressful for me because I even wanted to log on today to get ready to send emails out for Monday. I've noticed as well, someone else said it, I eat more when I'm at work than I do when I'm at home. I know I'm not eating chips as my mom's sitting over there eating all these bags.
I think I said the same thing.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. I luckily, I'm not eating the crap. So when I do eat, I'm grabbing my Greek yogurt with a little bit of fruit, or, I'm eating healthier. Although I have struggled a little bit having a Reese's cup at night because I have a little friend, sorry, Ed, that's visiting, and it's caused.
Oh, she got muted. Wait, Mal, you're muted.
Oh.
There you go. I think
you hear me? Oh. Wait, so did you not hear me mention my friend?
No, we did.
Yeah, we heard that. Thank you. You didn't need to mention it again. It's good. It's good.
Sorry about that. But yes, I just struggle because I'm not eating enough, and I know there's so many hours in a day, but I wake up, I don't even get out of my pajamas. I brush my teeth, I go downstairs, I'm immediately logging on, and I'm starting to work again. It's it is very draining. Today I meal prepped all day, so I have all my meals ready for the week, and I already made I'm gonna set alarms because I think that will also help me because I get in the zone where I just don't stop. I'm drinking water, but I was not eating, and I also noticed my clothes felt a little bit I woke up, I was ooh, my tummy's flat, but it's not good because it's not I don't know, that's bad, right? I think that's bad.
So here's the thing, what I want you to try to do is, things seem scary, right?
Yeah.
You have a stressful job right now where you're trying to make sure that people are paying, right? So that they don't lay people off. Right. Number 1, you're doing everything you possibly can. However, you have to try not to let that fear of what could possibly happen drive you nuts, because all you're going to do is just keep stressing. Job is stressful already as it is, number 1. If you keep stressing about stressing, and being able to get the money from people, you're not, the stress alone is doing major damage to your body. So, yeah. I think what you should try to implement is literally giving yourself a work schedule for the day, and not one that includes 7 to 9:30, because if you're going to be able to get people to pay, you're going to get people to pay their accounts in the amount of time that you allot yourself to work anyway. Working till 9:30 at night is not going to get one extra account to pay if they're not going to do it in the first place. It's right now you're working out of fear and anxiety, but it's not productive. It's not productive to you. It's not productive to your business. It's just, you have to set boundaries. You're going to set boundaries for yourself and the amount of times that you allot to yourself to work, and you're going to work hard in that time. And, if people are going to pay, they're going to pay. And, on the call last week and the week before that, we were talking about trying to keep some normalcy in our lives. So I applaud you for getting in the 3 workouts and meal prepping today, but you got to put clothes on. Do not get up, brush your teeth.
I have a t-shirt.
Get up, brush your teeth, get ready, put on, I'm not saying get dressed for work like you normally would, but like even if it's just like jeans and a t-shirt, because now you feel like a human being. Like I stayed in sweats all day. I feel like the biggest bum ever. So, you know, create a set schedule for yourself, even if it's like a few more hours than you would normally do. Maybe take into consideration the amount of time that you would normally travel, right, to and from work, because I know you have a pretty long drive. So if you want to say, hey, normally it takes me an hour and I get to work at 9, okay, I'll start work at 8, but wake up at 6. And like I was telling whoever I was just telling, like Ash, like wake up, give yourself some time to eat breakfast, because what good comes out of throwing yourself into the chaos of your day?
Yeah, I was actually gonna chime in, Sherry, now that you said it. Like, Mel, I'm like the same way. Like now that I'm home, I like wake up at like 7 or 8 and I like hop on the computer right away and like forget to like eat breakfast, and I forget because I'm like working and I'm like, oh shit, sorry for cursing, but like it's 11 o'clock, like, oh, I need to eat something. So that's like definitely need to like make a schedule myself.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just throwing yourself into the chaos isn't productive, right?
Yeah.
So like if you can at least go into your day with like a full belly and a little more clarity and not in already a frantic state, right? Maybe you'll actually be able to like think better, like on these calls, like come up with some different ideas. But like just waking up and just throwing yourself into the day is actually counterproductive.
You're doing so much more harm than good. And unfortunately, even in this situation, this goes for everybody and for us too, you still have to set boundaries.
100%.
Have to, especially with what you have going on in your health situation. You don't want to make it any worse than it is, because apparently you're doing pretty good right now in the circumstances. And like Shari said, and we've talked to Danielle about this, and her mindset is in such a great space right now. She's so zen, man. Anybody want to like, she has been kicking adversity's ass. And I think we may actually request a song to sing out with her on the way out. But like, she's realized that as hard as she's worked, stress is the worst. It's like this, if you're like working your ass off, you're losing. You're working out really hard. You're on a diet. If you continue to have stress and anxiety in your life, that is the number one reason why you don't lose weight. Doesn't matter about your diet. Doesn't matter about your workout.
100%.
Stress and anxiety, they create the cortisol. The cortisol is no bueno.
Yeah, cortisol is like it doesn't allow the body to change. So create a schedule, create a boundary for yourself. Don't wake up 5 minutes before work. Give yourself ample time to, get yourself dressed and somewhat prepared for the day. Give yourself some time to eat breakfast. Get some food in your belly. I know, like, when I'm fed, I feel like I think a little bit clearer because I'm not focusing on that. So just like
She's a lot nicer too.
I am a lot nicer. But give yourself time, set boundaries, and make a goal for yourself for the week on how many workouts you want to get in, because you have to give yourself some time for you too. You're gonna keep running on fumes, and you're gonna keep trying to work, and here's possibilities of things that could happen. People still might not pay their accounts, and then, God forbid they lay you off anyway. So then you just wasted all this time with all this stress for something shitty to happen. Or you can set boundaries for yourself in that time that you allot yourself. You're going to work your ass off, but you're going to have a clear head. You're going to have a fed belly. You're going to get workouts in that are going to make you feel better. So set boundaries. Do not work from 7 to 9:30 at night. That is not healthy for anybody. And just so I'm going to say the same thing that I told Tara. I want you to create a schedule for yourself, and I want you to take a picture of it and send it to me. And because that way, at least I know you created a schedule for yourself.
Yeah.
So anyone that is going to set a schedule or write a schedule for yourself, I want you to write the schedule and send me a picture of it. That way I know that you've at least thought it out, you create those thoughts and you start to implement it, and then put it up so that you can see it. Don't do it on your phone, write it on a piece of paper, put it on the wall, whatever, someplace that you can see it. If you have to set alarms, and you'll be better.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Thanks. I will. Yep. And I'll send that to you tonight.
Yes, I'm
So
saying.
chatting. Apparently, we're having a cozy blanket party at Taryn's when the COVID is over.
In her new house. We'll
In her
have a
new house.
snuggie blanket
That's
party.
right.
All right, Mel. So yeah, get that schedule and send it over to me, okay?
Okay.
Awesome. And Maddie, how you doing this week? Okay.
Not very good. It wasn't a very good week.
No.
No. We did not eat very well.
Okay.
I know that I texted you about the protein and that was kind of like, that was fine. And I would eat my meals throughout the day. Was doing pretty good with my water intake. And then just every night I think we had dessert.
Okay.
And
Guess what today is?
it's a new week.
Today's Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. Tomorrow's a new week.
Yeah. So just
That's it.
definitely indulged too much this
It
week.
happens. It happens.
I can't remember if I worked out 3 times or twice.
Mhm.
But Friday we were outside, we were doing yard work.
Okay.
So still doing something, trying to be active, enjoy the outside when it was, decent out. But yeah, just motivation this week was rough to work out. I told myself like, okay, I'm gonna take Saturday off. Sometimes I'll do Saturdays, but since it's online, I'll do it Sunday.
Here's
Not
the
in today.
Here's the thing, okay? So, and Charlene could probably attest to this also, right? Because I come from like a bodybuilding background where I'm so used to lifting weights and pounding weights and pounding weights and pounding weights, and I did that for so long. And then what started to happen was shit started to hurt, and I'm like, oh my god. And then I had like an impingement in my shoulder, and I'm like, what the fuck? So at Easy, they kind of preach like, oh, you can work out 6 days. Let me tell you something. No one needs to work out 6 days a week, every damn week, okay?
Yeah.
When I used to do bodybuilding, like I used to every 6 weeks, I would take a deload week. I'll do 50% of the weight that I normally did to give the body a rest. So we talk about like, not having stress in our lives. It's the same thing with working out. Yes, working out is great. It does so many great things for the body. It's like the cherry on top of eating well. But you know what? Sometimes you just don't give a shit, and sometimes you work out twice a week, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I was telling Ed this week, I didn't really feel well, and I kind of pushed myself to work out, but you know what? Today I woke up and I was like, I'm not working out, and you know what? I don't care. I think what's most important is, like, you still worked out twice a week, whatever. You know what? Take this week, toss it out. It's over with. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
So what? You got time. You spent time with with Delaney today, and she had her little jungle gym in the, and then you're going outside. So it's okay. Like, sometimes you're gonna work out 4 or 5 times a week, and sometimes you're gonna work out 2. It's okay. Like, sometimes, life is gonna happen. Sometimes you gotta listen to your body when it's saying, you know what, it's just not for me this week. When we worry is when you're like, I'm just done with this shit. But as long as you're not saying that, it's okay. It's okay.
I think like one of the things too is like I see everyone talking about the Zoom workouts and like they sound awesome and I want to do it, but at the same time I'm so torn with my husband having his new schedule and me still staying on my schedule. Is that it's more time I get to spend with him and Delaney.
And that's important.
So I typically do like the 4 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I could do that workout, but that's an hour that I lose with them when I could just do the workout 8 o'clock after we put her down.
That's just FOMO. Who gives a shit? That's just FOMO. It doesn't matter.
This week I gave a lot of shits.
I think spending the time now that you have with Ed, again, is going back to like using this time, this crappy situation, and using it for things. And if that means that you're taking some time to spend more time with Ed, your husband, when you don't normally have it, and if you do a recorded workout or you do a Zoom, I think you taking advantage of that time is super important. Like you need that right now. So don't have the FOMO. Get rid of the FOMO.
Yeah, that's kind of like my goal for this week is really just kind of stick to like, no, this is my schedule, this is what I want, and be okay with finding and using that motivation for, you know, a workout at 7:30 or 8 o'clock or whatever it is. It's like I'm up anyways. So
Yeah, that's it. It's just, you know, it's just your language and the way that you know, if you
Don't let the lack of the workouts throw you off. And then if you had a couple of desserts, big deal. I cheated all weekend. I had a killer burger yesterday, and it was amazing. And I don't I don't feel bad about it because it was Charlene. We went to the galley and got the burgers. OMG. So you can't. You got on here to talk to Shari about and you're like so down on yourself, dude. Don't worry about the workouts, and don't worry about everybody else and what they're doing with their workouts. Because like Shari said, outside, you're active. You spent family time. This is an opportunity. Like we said, this is an opportunity. This situation right now. So the opportunity is spending all this family time. Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah,
because remember, stress, mindset, nutrition, workouts.
And it's like I choose family, and then part of me is like, well, now I'm tired, so I'm not going to do anything. So it's really just kind of like pushing through that tired, be like, no, like I can still do the workout. And I have, you know, a couple times last week. And so just kind of like getting in that routine and finding that routine. But one of my wins though for this week is that I finally got my letter back from the social work board. So I can finally set a date to take my clinical exam.
Yay! There we go. Yes.
So,
awesome.
Happy about that.
Awesome. Good for you. See, that just wiped away everything that you thought was shitty about the entire week. So there you go.
I mean, I think Ed picked up the letter or the mail one day, and I was going through our whole stack of mail that he just kind of like leaves on the table. And then I see this letter from the board. I'm like, when did this get here? Like, why am I just seeing this now?
Aw, that's awesome. See, there you go. There's always a bright side to even when we think it's a shitty week and it's really not, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Kelly's baby's on. I'm sorry. All right, she's probably not even paying attention. But, yeah, new week, Maddie. Try to keep a goal for yourself. Maybe 3 workouts, but don't feel bad if you don't get the 3 workouts in, you know? Just we have to flip these things that we're beating ourselves up about. They're not, there's no need to, not at all. Not at all. And you text me about food, but if you feel like you're struggling, just text me about that too, girl. Come on.
Okay.
I got all the time in the world, baby. Don't worry about it.
Hey, maybe it's time to spend with Ed. Spending time with Ed is awesome, okay? Hey.
There's nothing better than spending your time with Ed.
See? There you go.
I'll send my Ed over. He can hang out on your driveway.
One Ed's enough.
I can put up a pull-up bar for you.
Yeah. All right, Maddie. New week, new you, girl. Let's go. Okay?
All right. Got it.
All right. And we're going to say what's up to Danielle real quick. Girl, what's up?
I've been chilling.
I see that. You're having a good week, girl.
I'm having a great week. I've just been chilling. Did a whole bunch of art today.
Awesome.
My victory pretty much is I literally was stressed out about how work was going to go. Well, I wasn't really stressed out about it. I just was kind of like, let me see how this is going to go. And it actually worked out really well. I'm like, I don't want anybody to come back. But
remember we were talking about it. You're like, oh, I gotta go to work. And I was like, there's a plus side here.
Yes. And I'm just like, I've just been chilling and handling it pretty well. Just like, all right, I'm just going to do the best I can with the situation I'm in and just go from there. And me and my coworker, my one lonely coworker, we're on the opposite sides, but we've just been playing music and kind of bonding over all this. So it's been really good for the most part. I've been FaceTiming my family since I haven't really been able to see them. But other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, baby. See? That's what we need these calls for, because you were stressing too. And I was like, Danielle, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right.
You're like jelly right
I
now.
know. I'm like, I need to steal some of that. Whatever you want, you need to share.
Oh, and Maddie, just so you know, like when it comes to, I used to be like really hard on myself, like if I messed up or something like that, but it's really more of you mess up, and then you just say, you know what, tomorrow I'm just gonna do better. And it might not be perfect, but it's like, did I drink more water than I did yesterday? Okay, cool. That's awesome. Like, and you just go from there. Like, I wouldn't try to just focus on everything you did wrong. It's just, instead of asking what did I do wrong today, say what did I do right today, and then move on that way. I think that's how I was able to get over it. Because even, let's say Friday, I really wanted pizza, and I haven't had pizza in a long time, so I finally ordered it, and I ate it, and it was good, and then I ate more slices than I meant to, but then I was just like, well, I did this today, and I did this today, so it is what it is, and the next day I'll just do better, and that's pretty much what happened. So I just think about what you did right that day versus what you did wrong.
That's going in the email.
That
week,
is
Danielle.
gold, baby.
That's a good one.
That is gold. I love Zen Danielle, man. I love it.
Eating pizza's
I love
okay.
it. I love it.
Oh, no, wait. That's not what it was.
I'm going to mute him. Awesome, girl. I'm glad you're having a good week. I'm going to keep that rolling, girl. I love it. Excellent.
We loved you singing, by the way.
Oh, yeah. We listened.
Thank you. Thank you. I plan on doing more.
Yes. Excellent. All right. Francie, what's up, girl?
Hey.
Hey. How did the week go?
Minus the whole half a chocolate cake, it went great. But I moved on for that. We're doing well. I'm taking advantage of the morning hours and snuggling up with Declan and reading books and hanging out. But I've been trying to do the 5 o'clock Zoom because it forces me to shut off the computer at work. It was a really hard week with the hospices because they are out of PPE. They're out of thermometers. They're not allowed into some facilities to see patients. So we were trying to do as much as we possibly could to help everybody. I was shopping on Amazon for thermometers. So, just doing our part to try to help everybody. But really locking it down at 5 o'clock has been good. Mom's struggled a lot this week. So we had a lot of adjustments. The home health workers wouldn't come in to give her a bath because of us being in the UK. So we had to get over that hurdle together, and I've been helping her out, which is embarrassing for her. But we worked through it, and we got a system down, and we're getting a little bit concerned because every day that this goes on is a day that she can't move into a facility and kind of get the help that she needs. So we are just keeping an eye on that and hoping that that the COVID reconciles itself before she progresses too much. But other than that, I was killing my workouts this week. I was feeling really good and strong about them, except for the cleans, but we talked about that. I was doing them wrong. And it brought me great joy to see Ed catch up on the push-up and squat challenge.
I don't know if I use the word joy. Thanks.
But no, it's been great, and thank you guys for all of your support. The both of you have been outstanding, so thank you.
Oh, we love you, Francie. And you can always text me for whatever. And if there's any other way that we can help, whether it's with mom or whatever, just let us know. Seriously, I know you've been quarantined 14 days, so if you need help at home, I got time.
Thank you.
There, so just let me know. All right, we're in this together. So, all right, yay! All right, and last but not lastly, but Ada, what's up, girl? Hey.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm trying to hide over here. No, I don't want to talk.
Oh, too bad. You've been quiet for 2 weeks. You're gonna talk today.
Hey guys, I miss you all. So I'm doing pretty good. I don't know. Didn't work out a lot this week, but it's okay. Tomorrow is a new day, so I'm ready. Like Maddie, I was trying to spend time with my kids. I love it. Unfortunately, I have to go back to work tomorrow, but I took that week off and I said, you know what, let me take care of my kids, let me hang out with them. And I love it. I think I'm going to cut my hours. And I said, that's it. I'm going to stay home. And if you need me, just call me. So I'm ready for tomorrow. I have to wake up at 6. I go around my clock and I go running, and then I do the exercise, and then had my shake, my egg whites, and something else. And I don't know. I think I'm doing pretty good, and I love it. So
I was kind of wondering because you were doing so good posting every morning that you were getting the workout, and so I was kind of like, "Where's Ada this week?" But I didn't know you took the week off. But that's good. I'm glad that you
yeah,
spent with the kids. That's awesome.
thanks.
Those kids are awesome. They're so funny.
Thanks.
Those boys
Yeah.
are my favorite. Like when they dance when I dance at the gym. But good. I'm glad you got to with them. But that's it. You
Yeah.
know, it's like sometimes if I don't see you guys, I'm like, oh, did they just fall off? But you're like, no, man, I just spent time with my kids, and that's perfect. So that's awesome.
Thanks.
Good.
Yeah.
Back on track this week, baby.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
Awesome. See, the talking wasn't that bad. Don't act like that.
Oh, sorry.
All right, and where's Tara Klein? What's up, girl? Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm good. We've been working out, but kind of taking the opportunity to try some other things. So yoga, we've kind of just I've done the workouts, the lifting, but just adding, supplementing, trying things that I always say I'm going to do that I never really make time for. Eating's been pretty good. We used Fit Food for some meals, which helped because instead of grabbing something bad, you know, it was nice to have those options. But yeah, it's been pretty good. I mean, again, like everyone, I think the first week was the hardest, and now I'm kind of settling into our routine and doing a lot of things we never do, playing board games, and we have a 1,000-piece puzzle unfinished that we have to get to. So I think it's been good to take advantage of the time that we don't have. But yeah, so far so good.
She's doing exactly what we told people to do. Take advantage of the time that you don't normally have. So that's fantastic. Good. I didn't really see you much. Like I felt like I didn't see you much with the workouts, but I'm glad you're at least like using the time productively. And is Zach's home?
Yeah. Yeah, he's home too. He's been home for 2 weeks too. So yeah.
It's good. As long as-
Testing our marriage.
I was gonna say, as long as you haven't killed him yet, fantastic.
No, it's been pretty good. We're both busy most of the day, so it's actually pretty normal. I mean, he's here, but we're both working, so it's really just the same nighttime routine that we usually have. And he's been working out with me, which is good. So.
All right, awesome. Glad to hear that you're doing good. Fantastic. Thanks for sharing, Tara. That's awesome. All right, guys. You know what? I feel like the energy on this week's call has just been so much better than the last 2 weeks, right? Because we're all been like sitting here freaking out, like, oh my God, all this shit's going on and everything's crazy. And like, I feel like we're all figuring it out. Like as we go, we're figuring it out. We're making it work. We are having revelations. We're adjusting to our temporary norm because this is not our permanent norm. So I'm like so proud of you guys for everything that you're doing. And like, Maddie, there's no wrongs here. Everything's right. There's a positive side to everything. Don't beat yourself up. You know what? Tomorrow's Monday. It's a new week. You guys just fired me up. I'm ready to crush it. I'm ready to stop snacking on my crap and get back to go. So
Time. She's been baking.
I baked one day.
What did you bake?
Made cookies.
I made
What else did you make?
like spiced oatmeal cookies.
Carrot.
Ooh, can you post the recipe?
I will post. I will just send it to you. I'm not gonna send it to everybody.
I think I had one like 8 times.
But no, he's saying I baked. I made the yogurt bagels that I shared the recipe with some of you guys. I'll share it on the other page if you want to. They were super fast, super easy. Like it was only like 28 carbs in a bagel. They baked in like 25 minutes. You can air fry them. And they taste exactly like real bagels, and I didn't feel guilty because if you have a regular bagel, it's like twice the amount of carbs as that.
It was good.
Literally like 3 ingredients, and it made me feel like I was eating a real bagel. Like they were awesome. So
that's what I crave. I crave like a good bagel with cream
oh my God.
cheese. So yeah,
I'm
I love that.
in the page because they are super easy, and yeah. So. You guys are awesome, and thank you.
Put Danielle on the spot.
Danielle?
Yeah, let's put Danielle on the spot.
Oh my God, Danielle, he's gonna put you on the spot. He wants you to sing something.
Well, that too, but secret ingredient for the week. Go.
What do I have? Yogurt, I guess, since you mentioned yogurt before.
I like
Yogurt,
it.
Greek yogurt.
Yogurt, but when she did eat yogurt, if she has it as a secret ingredient, let's do it. Sing us out, and like, you got a little ditty for us that you can sing real quick?
Sure.
I love it.
Let's think.
Come on, girls.
Give me a song. I'll do this is an old school song. It's by Phoebe Snow. All over, all over. I hope this will never be all over, all over, all over. I hope this will never be all over. That's all I'm gonna sing for right now.
That was awesome.
Yes.
Thanks, girl. That was amazing. All right, guys. I'm gonna let you all go. Have an awesome night. I'll see you on the Zooms. If not, shoot me a text. I love you all. You guys are amazing. Bye.